Hey, thanks for stopping by Jay's and JJ's Kitchen. So today we're going to prepare Indian curry chicken, and it's a recipe I learned when I was working overseas back in Nigeria. One of my friends kind of hooked me up with that. Anyway, we're going to show you our ingredients and get started with that. Okay, so this is our ingredients to make a curry chicken. I prefer boneless. I get the boneless, skinless chicken thighs. If you like the chicken breast, by all means use that. I will go down. I guess I'll just go down the way I got it lined up here. This is our cinnamon sticks. We have coriander powder. Got onion, garlic. Got cloves. Got a crushed red pepper. Of course, we have our curry powder. I've got black pepper. I've got salt. Got a bottle of water here. Tomato paste, fennel seeds, and green cardamom powder. I think I'm saying that correctly. And that's all the ingredients that you need to make a curry. So from here, what I'm going to do is get my chicken washed and cut up. Get our vegetables. I'll probably slice my onions up because I want to season my chicken and let it set overnight. And then we'll come back and make our curry tomorrow. But anyway, we're going to get started with that. Okay, guys, so to carry on with our curry chicken, right? That we started, we seasoned our chicken. We basically let it set overnight. So now we're ready to come back and cook our curry chicken dish, right? So the first thing we want to do is get our chicken, get it here cooking, and brown it. So we got our oil here. We're gonna just put our chicken in there and get it cooking and let it brown. And we will, once our chicken brown, this is believe me when I say it's an easy process. This is an easy dish. You can do this with chicken, beef, pork, turkey. I've did a curry turkey before. It's good also. I've really never really. I'm not a big fan of beef, so I never really tried the beef or pork. However, this recipe also works with that. So if that's your thing, hey, feel free to experiment and try, because that's what I do. I do a lot of experimenting with my cooking, right? Okay, so we got our chicken in there. We're gonna let that brown, and we'll come back and show you how we make out. Once our chicken brown, we pull it out, and we'll basically saute our vegetables, and then season that, add our liquid to it, and let that kind of simmer, and basically that's it. So we're gonna let this brown, and we'll come back and get through this thing. Alrighty, so we got our chicken here that we brown. We're gonna call this good because we got to put it back in our. And once we get down to the end, you'll see we'll add this back to our vegetables, our curry sauce, and it will continue to cook some more, right? So you want to get it to a good browning point, to whereas it's not, it's not, you don't see any raw, right? We're gonna pull it out and dump it, dump it in our container, I should say. And we will carry on from there. So once we get our chicken out of here, what you want to do in this chicken drippings here that we have remaining, this is what we're going to put our vegetables, our onions and garlic in, and let that saute in this, right? Then we will build on this as far as making our curry sauce, right? So we got most of our chicken out of there. That's a good point. So from here, the onion that we saw whenever we first started this process, I've chopped that up pretty fine. Add that to it. Get our onions in there. Give it some garlic. Now, something else that I did not add into the recipe, this is normally with a curry, right? This is good. This is good. Your onions and your garlic, and you can basically you build on your seasonings from here. However, as you see, I experiment. So what I'm doing is, because the chopped onions, I want those to kind of cook down to kind of thicken our sauce, right? Just like that right there. But I was looking, I had some Chinese the other day, so I was looking at that and I'm like, it was what was that? Curry shrimp. And I noticed how they actually put the bell peppers and the larger slices of onions in there. So this, omit this please if you just want a straight Indian curry chicken, because this is a part of Jay's and JJ's Kitchen experiment right here. So we adding some bell pepper. I got some yellow and red bell peppers, and I've got some onions that I pretty much quartered and sliced up, and we're going to throw those in there, right? Saute this, I say now, this part is not part of the original recipe, so this is just consider this optional, right? So we're going to get to this point now. This is where we add in our basically. Once you get here, this is where you want to add in your spices, your seasoning, right? So we're going to add our seasoning in. We're going with about 3 tablespoons of curry powder. Hit it with a little salt. About a half a teaspoon or so, right? Also some black pepper. When I'm seasoning, I like to kind of see my seasonings as I add it to it. That should be cool. All right, so now we're going to go with our curry seasonings, right? So we're going to go with like a half a teaspoon of each of our fennel seeds. Notice I kind of overdo it. That's just me. But a half a teaspoon, you're good. Coriander, same. Half a teaspoon. Fairly easy recipe. Everything is kind of given is basically a half a teaspoon. Okay, our green cardamom seeds. We're going to go with a half a teaspoon of that also. My half a teaspoon, which you can see is more, but that's cool. And a half a teaspoon of our cloves. Or if you have the full cloves, you can go with that too. You put about 3 or 4 in there, and that's good. Some of our cinnamon sticks. Basically, we want like 2 1/2 inch. We're going to call that, break 1 in half. We're going to call that a 2 1/2 inch. And we're good with that. We're going to hit that with a little crushed red pepper to give it a little kick. Get this mixed up together. It's starting to stick on me. So there, I have I've got 2 cups of I won't call it water, but broth. I got chicken broth. So what you want to do is add it slowly, because you don't. Well, it just depends on your taste. I don't like a lot of liquid or. In any kind of sauce or whatever that I cook. I kind of like mine's a little bit thick, so I kind of cut back on that. But you can make sure you have 2 cups there available for you, and you can kind of go from there for as far as your liking, what you prefer, the consistency of your dish that you want, right? I kind of prefer mine to be kind of not liquidy, but you can see here it's kind of thick, and this cast iron pot is sticking a little bit, which is okay. We can take care of that. Turn my temperature down on there a little bit. This mixed in good, let it simmer, right? If you can see what I'm doing here, I mix it around and I can see the consistency of it, so I know whether to add more liquid to it or if I'm good, right? So, like I say, you want to do this to your taste. Like I said, I kind of prefer a little bit of a thicker sauce, and you can also something else I'll say. I have did this same recipe where I actually blended my instead of chopping my onions like I did kind of fine, just hand chop those and your garlic. You can, if you want a, I guess I would say a thicker paste where you don't see the chopped onions, I would say put them in a blender and blend that to where it's more of a paste, right? And that way you will not see the onions or anything, but the flavor is there and you have a thicker or a thick, pretty much, I would say just a paste for it, right? So we're gonna let this kind of simmer here. Let our vegetables kind of tenderize, and we'll add our tomato paste, and then it's just a matter from there. We just add our chicken back into it, and guess what? We're done. We'll have an Indian curry chicken. Like I say, without the with the exception of my experiment here, what I'm doing with the bell peppers and these the large julienne onions, right? So hopefully you guys caught that, and if not, hit me up and I will explain it to you. I have no problem with that. I am good with it. That is what I do. But you see how that's coming together right there? Good stuff. Good stuff. As my friend D Hunt would say. Also in the process, let me give a shout out. A friend of mine that I met from being out here in Oklahoma. We worked together, and I must give him a shout out because he is the guy that actually sharpened my knives for me. Carl, hey man, I appreciate that guy. I got to think about getting me one of those knife sharpeners. Because if you're doing this cooking stuff, you want to have good sharp, in my opinion, you want to have good sharp knives. It makes your life a lot easier, makes your job a lot easier, because it's nothing worse than sitting up chopping onions and you're sitting up crying because you're chopping onions, right? So if you get those sharp utensils, or get your utensils, when I was in the Navy, we had a course that was called Tools and Their Usage. So I apply that to my cooking also in civilian life, tools and their usage. So you want your tools to be proper and basically in order, makes your life a lot easier. All right, so we need to add us in some curry. I'm sorry, not curry powder, but our tomato paste. I'm gonna go with about a tablespoon. My tablespoon. Jay's and JJ's Kitchen tablespoon. How about that? Right? Look at that. We're gonna call that good. I've got to wash some dishes, people, which I do. I learned from my mom. She say, you always, you clean as you go. So whenever I get a break in my when I get a pause in my cooking, for my recipes or whatever my cooking that I do, first thing I do is go to the sink and start washing dishes so I don't have that to do once I am finished. Right? So we got that there. Last thing we got to do, add our chicken back to it. Get it mixed in and covered. And we are done with our curry chicken. Just gonna let this simmer a little while, let those flavors intertwine and mix and marinate together into the chicken. And we are good to go, people. That is curry, well, I would say Indian curry chicken. However, since I threw the bell peppers in there and the large quartered sliced onions, yeah, I did get off script a little bit. However, you guys understand this is what Jay do, right? I experiment and experiment. That's how I kind of got where I am with my cooking. So like I say, if you read my little header there, it says Southern Cooking, or the cooking with a southern twist. So that's what I do, right? Let me know what you think about it. We're going to get this mixed up, and we are done with this one. Quick and easy. And the most important thing, it is good, right? So you just take this once you get here, cook you some rice, and serve this dish over rice, and you have your curry chicken with rice. Look at that. Try it out, guys. Let me know what you think about it. Indian curry chicken, and there we go. We're going to let this we're going to turn it down low and let it simmer, but it is done, guys. That's it. Like I say, get your rice ready, and hopefully somebody is hungry and they can eat. You guys have a good day. And here we have our Indian curry chicken with rice. Let me know what you guys think about that. You guys have a good one. Thanks for watching my video.